Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome all to the live reading of Krishna book. We are on chapter 14, prayers offered by Lord Brahma to Lord Krishna. And yesterday we were speaking how Lord Brahma was saying his prayers to Lord Krishna after he had seen for himself that he wasn't the most powerful person, the entity, we should rather say, on this planet. Rather, he was only minute part of Krishna's energy. So we will continue from yesterday. Lord Brahma reconfirmed his statement, establishing Lord Krishna as the original Narayan. He said that the Lord's gigantic universal form is resting on the water known as Garbhodak. He spoke as follows. So remember, we are just reading all the prayers offered by Lord Brahma to Lord Krishna at the moment. Lord Brahma spoke as follows. The gigantic universal form is another manifestation of your energy. On account of his resting on the water, this universal form is also Narayan. And we are all within the womb of this Narayan form. I see your different Narayan forms everywhere. I can see you on the water, I can feel you within my heart, and I can also see you before me now. You are the original Narayan. My dear Lord, in this incarnation you have proved that you are the supreme controller of Maya. You remain within the cosmic manifestation, and yet the whole creation is within you. This fact has already been proved by you when you exhibited the whole universal creation within your mouth before your mother, Yashoda. By your inconceivable potency of Yogmaya, you can effect such things without external help. My dear Lord Krishna, the whole cosmic manifestation that we are visualizing at present is all within your body. Yet I am seeing you outside, and you are also seeing me outside. How can such things happen without being influenced by your inconceivable energy? Lord Brahma stressed herein that without accepting the inconceivable energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one cannot explain as they are. He continued, My dear Lord, leaving aside all other things and just considering today's happenings, what I have seen, are they not all due to your inconceivable energies? First of all, I saw you alone. Thereafter, you expanded yourself as your cowherd boyfriends, the calves, and all the existence of Vrindavan. Then I saw you and all the boys and calves as four-handed Vishnus, and they were being worshipped by all elements and all demigods, including myself. Again they were all wound up, and you remained alone, as you were before. Does this not mean that you are the Supreme Lord Narayan, the origin of everything, that everything emanates from you and again enters into you, leaving you the same as before? Persons who are unaware of your inconceivable energy cannot understand that you alone expand yourself as the creator, Brahma, the maintainer Vishnu, and the annihilator Shiva. Persons who are not in awareness of things as they are contemplate that I, Brahma, am the creator, Vishnu is the maintainer, and Lord Shiva is the annihilator. So this is how in the world everybody sees God as that Vishnu is the creator, Brahma is the creator, Vishnu is the maintainer, and Shiva is the annihilator. Not many people understand that they all are part and parcels of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, or the Supreme Lord Narayan. You alone are everything, creator, maintainer, and annihilator. Similarly, you expand yourself in different incarnations. Among the demigods, you incarnate as Vamandeva. Among the great sages, you incarnate as Parshuram. Among the human beings, you appear as yourself, Lord Krishna, or as Lord Rama. Among the animals, you appear as the boar incarnation, and among the aquatics, you appear as fish incarnation. And yet you have no appearance or disappearance. You are always eternal. Your appearance and disappearance are made possible by your inconceivable energy, just to give protection to the faithful devotees and to annihilate the faithless demons. O my Lord, O all-pervading Supreme Personality of Godhead, O Supersoul, controller of all mystic powers, no one can appreciate your transcendental pastimes as they are exhibited within these three worlds. No one can estimate how you have expanded your Yogmaya and your incarnations, and how you act by your transcendental energy. My dear Lord, this whole cosmic manifestation is just like a flashing dream, and its temporary existence simply disturbs the mind. As a result, we are full of anxiety in this existence. To live within this material world means simply to suffer and to be full of all miseries. And yet, this temporary existence of the material world appears to be pleasing and dear on account of its having evolved from your body, which is eternal and full of bliss and knowledge. Sat Chid Anand Vigraha. My conclusion is, therefore, that you are the Supreme Soul, the Absolute Truth, and the Supreme Original Person. And although by your inconceivable transcendental potencies you have expanded yourself in so many Vishnu forms and also in the living entities and other energies, you are the Supreme One without a second, the Supreme Supersoul. The innumerable living entities are simply like sparks of the original fire. Your Lordships, the conception of the Supersoul as impersonal is wrong, because I see that you are the original person. Persons with a poor fund of knowledge may think that because you are the son of Maharaj Nanda, you are not the original person, that you are born just like a human being. They are mistaken. You are the actual original person. That is my conclusion. In spite of your being the son of Nanda, you are the original person, and there is no doubt about it. You are the absolute truth, and you are not this material darkness. You are the source of the original Brahma Jyoti as well as the material luminaries, the sun, moon, and stars. Your transcendental effulgence is identical with the Brahma Jyoti, and it is described in the Brahma Samhita. The Brahma Jyoti is nothing but your personal bodily effulgence. There are many Vishnus, incarnations, and incarnations of your different qualities. But all those incarnations are not on the same level. You are the original lamp. Other incarnations may possess the same candle power as the original lamp, but the original lamp is the beginning of all light. And because you are not one of the creations of this material world, even after the annihilation of this world, your existence as you are will continue. Because you are the original person, you are described in the Gopala Tapani Upanishad as well as in the Brahma Samhita as Govindam Adi Purusham. Govinda is the original person, the cause of all causes. In the Bhagavad Gita, also it is stated that you are the source of the Brahman effulgence, and no one should conclude that your body is like an ordinary material body. Your body is Akshara, or indestructible. The material body is always full of threefold miseries, but your body is Sat Chid Anand Vigraha, full of bliss, knowledge, and eternality. You are also Niranjana because your pastimes as the little son of Mother Yashoda or the lover of the gopis are never contaminated by the material qualities. And although you exhibited yourselves as so many cowherd boys and calves, Your transcendental potencies was not reduced. You're always complete. As it is described in the Vedic literature, even if the complete is taken away from the complete, the supreme absolute truth, it remains the complete supreme. Absolute truth, and although many expansions from the complete are visible, the complete is one without a second. Since all your pastimes are spiritual, there is no possibility of their being contaminated by the material modes of nature. When you place yourself as subordinate to your father and mother Nanda and Yashoda, you are not reduced in your potency. This is an expression of your loving attitude for your beloved devotees. There is no second identity to compete with you. A person with poor fund of knowledge concludes that your appearance and pastimes are simply material designations. You are transcendental to both nations and knowledge. As it is confirmed in the Gopal Tapani Upanishad, you are the original Amrit, indestructible nectar of immortality. As confirmed in the Vedas, Amritam Shashvatam Brahma, Brahman is the eternal, the supreme origin of everything, who has no birth or death. As in the Upanishads, it is stated that Supreme Brahman is as effulgent as the sun and is the origin of everything. And anyone who can understand that original person becomes liberated from the material conditioned life. Anyone who can simply be attached to you by devotional service can know your actual position, birth, appearance, disappearance, and activities. As confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, simply by understanding your constitutional position, appearance, and disappearance, one can be immediately elevated to the spiritual kingdom after quitting this present body. Therefore, to cross over the ocean of material nations, an intelligent person takes shelter of your lotus feet and is easily transferred to the spiritual world. There are so many so-called meditators who do not know that you are the Supreme Soul. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, you are the Supreme Soul present in everyone's heart. Therefore, there is no necessity of one's meditating on something beyond you. One who is always absorbed in meditation on your original form of Krishna easily crosses over the ocean of material nations. But persons who do not know that you are the Supreme Soul remain within this material world in spite of their so-called meditation. If by association of your devotees a person comes to the knowledge that the Lord is the original Super Soul, then it is possible for him to cross over the ocean of material ignorance. For instance, when a person mistakes a rope for a snake, he is filled with fear. But as soon as he understands that the rope is not a snake, he is liberated from fear. If one understands you, therefore, through your personal teachings, as stated in the Bhagavad Gita, or through the teachings of your pure devotees, as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam and all other Vedic literatures, if one realizes that you are the ultimate goal of understanding, he need no more fear in this material existence. So-called liberation and bondage have no meaning for a person who is already engaged in your devotional service. Just as a rope is not fearful to a person who knows that it is not a snake, a devotee knows that this material world belongs to you and he therefore engages everything in your transcendental loving service. Thus, there is no bondage for him. For a person who is already situated in the sun planet, there is no question of the appearance or disappearance of the sun in the name of day or night. It is also said that you, Krishna, are just like the sun and that Maya is like darkness. When the sun is present, there is no question of darkness. So therefore, for those who always remain in your presence by engaging in your service, there is no question of bondage or liberation. They are already liberated. On the other hand, persons who falsely think themselves to be liberated without taking shelter of your lotus feet fall down because of their intelligence is not pure. If one therefore thinks that Super Soul is something different from your personality and thus searches out the Super Soul or the Supreme Brahman somewhere else, in the forest or in the caves of the Himalayas, his condition is very lamentable. Your teachings in Bhagavad Gita are that one should give up all other processes of self-realization and simply surrender unto you. For that it is complete. Because you are the supreme in every respect. Those who are searching after Brahman effulgence or the Brahma Jyoti are also searching after you. And those who are searching after super soul realization are also searching after you. You state in Bhagavad Gita that you yourself, by your partial representation as a super soul, have entered into this material cosmic manifestation. You are present in everyone's heart, and there is no need to search out the super soul anywhere else. If someone does so, he is simply in ignorance. One who is transcendental to such a position understands that you are unlimited. You are both within and without. Therefore, your presence is everywhere. Instead of searching for the super soul anywhere else, a devotee only concentrates his mind on you within. Actually, one who is liberated from the material concept of life can search for you. Others cannot. The example of thinking the rope to be a snake is applicable only to those who are still in ignorance of you. Actually, when one mistakes a rope for a snake, the existence of the snake is only within the mind. The existence of Maya similarly is only within the mind. Maya is nothing but ignorance of your personality. When one forgets your personality, that is the conditioned state of Maya. Therefore, one who is fixed upon you, both internally and externally, is not illusioned. One who has attained a little result of devotional service can understand your glories. Even one striving for Brahman realization or Paramatma realization cannot understand these features of your personality unless you bestow on him the result of at least a slight bit of devotional service. One may be the spiritual master of many impersonalists, or he may go to the forest or to a mountain cave and meditate as a hermit for many years, but he cannot understand your glories without being favored by a slight degree of devotional service. Brahman realization or Paramatma realization are not possible even after one searches for many years, unless one is touched by the wonderful effect of devotional service. So, we can see here that Brahmaji is saying in his prayers, he is realizing now, and is speaking like a self-realized devotee, that to attain Lord, we all need devotional service. So actually it is all Leela of Krishna. When he came here as a Gopala in Vraj, he created all these Leelas, he destroyed the demons, and here he put his eternal associates like Lord Brahma also in a dilemma, that he stole away the calves and the cowherd boys, and in return Brahmaji is saying these beautiful prayers to make us realize how we can attain Lord in our lives. What is this Maya? Maya is only an illusion, and it is all in our mind. So devotional service is the be-all and end-all to achieve Lord Krishna and his mercy in this life. So we shall continue tomorrow from here onwards with the prayers of Lord Brahma offered to Lord Krishna. Hope you all have a lovely, wonderful day. Hare Krishna.